Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Drea and you're watching That's So Drea, and I am back with another video. You see me on the couch, so you know what time it is. It is time for cozy conversation, cozy conversation, cozy conversation. Cozy conversation time. Yes, it is time, but first, in order for us to have a cozy conversation, we need to get a blanket and something to drink. So one moment. For my drink, first of all, y'all, check out the mug. Y'all see the mug? Too blessed to be stressed, okay? So for this cozy conversation, this is so befitting, and it seems like I'm matching a lot, y'all. I really didn't think this through, okay? I have a black and white sweatshirt on, which is one of my favorites, and it says Overcomer. And you guys know Angel, my friend Angel. If you don't know her, check out my vlogs. The last couple of vlogs I had, my friend Angel is actually, she owns her own company, and she has a company called The Saved Chick, and this is one of their items or merch. It's my absolute favorite because it's super comfortable, it's black, it's sleek, very to me, you can dress it up or dress it down, and so it has Overcomer, so it's just such a testament to me. Today's topic for this cozy conversation is ignoring the red flags in relationships. I know this is so much, okay guys, this is so, I'm still learning to see the red flags, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and act like because I'm making this video, I've mastered it. No, I have not. I'm still learning. As a matter of fact, I don't think that, I think as you get into a new relationship, you're going to see something new and the signs may look more and more different, okay? So, I like to start off this cozy conversations with a story time. So, in this particular story, it's going to be, ignoring red flags in a dating relationship. Yes, I said it. So, okay, so story time. So I was dating this guy. I'm gonna keep all this stuff anonymous, okay? I was dating this guy, and I really liked this guy. And we started off as like friends, okay? And which I prefer that anyway. So it was real cool, it was real chill. I wasn't expecting anything. I don't know if he was plotting, but I wasn't expecting anything. And we're just hanging out, we're chilling. And then, like, you know, I started noticing our relationship just kind of became more and more like a little flirting, a little bit like that, but it was not at all like obvious, obviously. And so we started to develop into, I'm not sure if you guys ever had this experience where it's like, we don't have a title, but we're like in a relationship, but I don't know, like it was this weird thing. I'm gonna call it the thing. We're exchanging gifts on Valentine's Day, so I'm thinking, okay, this is serious, because like nobody does that with their friends, okay? That's weird. So, so anyway, this guy turns into, I guess, a dating relationship. So we're dating, and then we're like getting really close to each other, like talking all the time, sharing stories about childhood. Just, you know how it is, like we in the talking phase now. So so anyway, it gets to the point where now I'm really feeling this dude. Like, I'm into this dude. I'm not looking at no other guys. I'm just focused, right? And I'm thinking he's doing the same thing. Homeboy is telling me like he's all in, like I think you might be the one. Whoop-de-whoop. We just talking, we're laughing, and we're just talking, and we're, I guess, in this goo for gaga stage. Then homeboy drops off the radar. He's like talking all day, every day, to the point where it's like a day went by. I'm like, oh, okay, that's no big deal. I didn't think that was a problem. Then he hits me back. He hits me back after like going missing for a day. And this is like a few months, let's say like 3 or 4 months of like severe talking. So he drops off the radar. I'm not tripping because I'm not like clingy. So I'm like, okay, he needs space. Then homeboy hits me back up like right where we started off. And I'm like, okay, maybe it was just no big deal. A few weeks, maybe a week later, he does it again. So normally if somebody sees something like happen back to back, you're kind of like, wait a minute. Even if you don't know what's happening, you know what's not right and what's not happening. And that was the lack of communication. So I answers the call, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, what you been up to? Oh, busy. You know, he's like, his explanation is like, you know, so sorry, he's apologetic, whatever the case. And he's just like, no big deal.
Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop lying.
And I'm like, okay, no big deal. Red flag. I don't know why I didn't see that. I don't know why the first couple times he started kind of spacing himself out. That wasn't a red sign. Like, girl, you need to like ask him what his commitment looked like, or if he is really committed to whatever we were doing. So this guy then goes missing. When I say missing, y'all, like NASA couldn't even find him. Like, this dude was gone. Not a tweet at all. And it was like, so like the first day or two, I'm like, oh, he doing this thing again. So I ain't tripping on it. Then it's like week that passed. I'm like, okay, this dude either dead or he gone. For real. So I'm low-key worried, concerned. I'm like, ooh. And so I reach out. I'm like, hey, you good? No response, y'all. No response. I'm like concerned. I was shook. Like, I'm like, this dude probably dead or something. Like, and I later found out that he was alive. He was just, he was very immature. He didn't know how to communicate what was going on in his life, which is fine. But in that, I grew up a lot. I learned first of all that actions speak louder than words. Second of all, I also learned that it's just very important to first of all, like, give all of yourself to God and allow him to show you, allow him to grow you, allow him to use every experience you had or will have, because it's nothing wasted. There's nothing wasted. I didn't feel like I wasted time with that guy. I didn't feel like I just poured out. And it's also very, very important to keep the relationship not physical. I think a lot of times women, because we are naturally accommodators, we open ourselves up and we accommodate men and people so quickly and naturally, because it's such a natural thing for us to do that. Now, some people are a little bit more reserved. Some women are not as open with themselves and not as easily expressive. But I think it's safe to say that most women by genetic makeup tend to be without environmental influences and experiences and things like that will cause us to close down. But we tend to be accommodators by nature. God designed us to be accommodating. That's why we have a womb, so that we can accommodate life if we have children. I think that those lessons that I learned also are lessons that we could apply, that I could apply and that I have applied to other relationships outside of romantic relationships, just relationships in general, to keep things at a safe distance, especially when people hurt you. And you have to work on that healing. It's important to keep people at a distance, and not in a unforgiving way, and forgiveness is a process, and so everybody's process and time frame looks different than others. But just keeping people at a distance, a safe distance, where you're not hurting yourself to make them feel comfortable because they just want to be in a relationship with you. And that's one of the things that I've learned just over the past few years, is just not allowing myself to let people swing in and out of my life like that, because that's not fair, and it's not fair for anybody to just pop in and pop out and say what they want. And so and I look back at the relationship, and there was red flags. Even if I didn't see them at the moment, there were red flags. I may have ignored them, or I could have simply just been blinded and just in this cloud. Sometimes space or proximity could be is a problem. You can't see all of everything if you like all of on it. Like, you just can't see the whole big picture of everything or what's really going on. And I think I was just so like, this is possible. Yeah, we can be wonderful together and grow. And oh yeah, I'm I was just in this little cloud and all up in the mix. And so it's hard to look at things. It's better to be able to look at everything on the table. Things look different when you change the perspective and the view that you have on it. And so I think that it's key in relationships is to not try your hardest when you see something and you feel like a relationship may not be healthy for you, to look at those red flags, because they're there. And it doesn't matter. Stuff can start off and look great, and I understand that, because of course people put their best foot forward, and they want to make the first impression. But then they get comfortable, and then you get to see people for what they really are and who they really are. And that's one of the things that I wanted to share in this video. I kind of wanted to tell you guys something intimate concerning me, or like a story, but also just some insight that I've learned since then, or even the last few years. And like, I'm always learning. I'm still learning how to pick out the red flags and notice those red flags sooner. And not to say that everything has to be perfect, not to say that every relationship can't have flaws, and as soon as you see a flaw you need to run. But I'm saying that there are some things that you're just not willing to live with, and I don't think that you should settle with that. And if it's something that's toxic, if there's a relationship that is not bearing good fruit, girl, you better get out of there. I'm telling you, because you can't change people. And I think a lot of times we go into relationships, and I don't think that it's a like, I'm gonna change that person. But I think it's like deep down we think that we have the ability to make someone be nice to us all the time, or we have the ability to change people. And I first of all think it's unfair to approach a relationship like, I'm gonna change you, because either you like that person for who they are or you don't. Yeah, you may not be able to put up with that. And I don't think people should settle just to say that they're in a relationship. And I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, look at social media. They look at social media and see all these people, and they're posting all these like pics of them hugging each other and doing everything together and stuff. And I'm not saying that people are not really loving that person or really enjoying that person, but it puts on this to me, it puts on this imaginary idea that that's what it's always like. Of course people are not taking pictures of them yelling at each other. We'd be looking like, okay, TMI. If we saw that on people's feed, people are not going to show that. People are not going to show you immediately what they're about. That's why it's important to slow down in relationship. It's important to really step back and look at it and really enjoy each moment, even the ones that you don't like, because there's a lesson in that. Anyway, I hope you guys love or like this video. Okay, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notification so that you get a notification every time I post. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to know in the comment section what you all were drinking in your cup when you were watching this video. And don't forget to share this video. Tell everybody you know. Don't ignore the red flags. Okay, love you guys. Peace.
They got the right answer, but don't ever say what they think. Pretty sure love is in danger. We closer than ever, but strangers. Nobody's a friend if you tell them the real. They'd rather be dancing in danger. People make gods out of cribs, but Jesus was born in a manger.